The crimson eyes appeared first, gleaming like scattered rubies in the alien twilight. Commander Zethka's forearms trembled as he gripped his plasma rifle, his chitinous exoskeleton clicking nervously. Around the research camp's perimeter, the rest of the galactic survey team huddled behind hastily erected energy barriers. "Cytherian shadow stalkers," whispered Dr. Vexani, her scaled hide rippling with terror-induced color changes. "At least 30 of them. We're dead." The creatures materialized from the purple mist like nightmares given form, sleek, predatory beasts the size of hover cars, with razor-sharp claws that could slice through starship hull plating. Their elongated skulls housed rows of crystalline teeth, each one capable of injecting a paralytic venom that would keep prey conscious while being devoured alive. Lieutenant Marcus Chen finished checking his sidearm and stood up. "Chen, get down." Zethka's mandibles clicked frantically. "Those things hunt in coordinated packs. They've killed entire military battalions." Marcus looked at the alien commander with those unsettling human eyes. Small, forward-facing, predatory. How many battalions were human? What does that matter? Sit down before... But Marcus was already walking toward the camp's edge, his boots crunching on the crystalline soil of Kither Prime. The Shadowstalker's eyes tracked his movement, their massive forms shifting in the mist like living shadows. "The human has lost his mind," Dr. Vexani hissed. "The fear has broken his primitive brain." Zethka watched in fascination and horror as Marcus reached the perimeter. The largest, Shadowstalker, easily twice the size of the others, stepped forward. Its eyes burned like stars, and a low growl rumbled from its throat, a sound that had been the last thing countless beings across the galaxy had ever heard. Marcus stopped walking. For a moment, the two apex predators faced each other across 10 meters of alien soil. Then the human smiled. It wasn't a pleasant expression. Zethka had studied human facial patterns during their voyage, but this was something different, something that made his exoskeleton crawl. It was the smile of something that had climbed to the top of a food chain not through size or natural weapons, but through pure, relentless cunning. The Shadowstalker's growl faltered. Marcus took another step forward, and now Zethka could see something that made his four hearts skip in unison. The human's pupils were dilated. His breathing had slowed. His muscles moved with a fluid grace that spoke of perfect control over a body designed by evolution for one purpose: killing other living things efficiently. "On my world," Marcus said, his voice carrying clearly in the thin air, "we had creatures like you." The pack leader tilted its massive head, intelligence gleaming in those crimson eyes. "We called them wolves, saber-toothed tigers, cave bears." Marcus's smile widened, showing those small, seemingly insignificant teeth. "We killed them all." A ripple went through the pack. Some of the smaller Shadowstalkers took an involuntary step backward. "Not because we were stronger," Marcus continued, taking another step forward. "Not because we were faster, but because when they hunted in packs..." He paused, and his next words carried the weight of 60,000 years of human evolution. "We hunted in armies." The pack leader's ears flattened against its skull. "You want to know why humans are the only species to ever achieve spaceflight, while still being hunted by predators on their homeworld?" Marcus reached slowly for something on his belt, not his weapon, but a small device Zethka had seen him use to communicate with other human ships. "It's because we never stopped being the scariest thing in the dark." He activated the communicator. High above Kither Prime, the human research vessel Indomitable received the signal. Within seconds, targeting computers locked onto the coordinates below. The ship's captain, a woman named Sarah Mitchell, studied the tactical display showing 31 heat signatures surrounding her ground team. "Analysis?" she asked her tactical officer. "Cytherian Shadowstalkers, Captain, indigenous apex predators. Our people are surrounded." Captain Mitchell's expression mirrored Marcus's smile. "Launch hunter-killer drones, full pack formation. Authorization, Priority Alpha." In the mist below, the Shadowstalkers heard it first, a high-pitched whining that grew steadily louder. Their heads swiveled skyward, and ancient instincts that had kept their species alive for millions of years began screaming warnings. The drones descended like a metallic rainfall, their sensors painting targeting locks on every biological signature, in the area except for the humans and their alien teammates. Sleek, purpose-built killing machines that represented the pinnacle of human military engineering, not designed to fight other humans, but to hunt and eliminate any threat to humanity's expansion into the galaxy. The pack leader's massive form began to shake. "The thing about humans," Marcus said conversationally, never taking his eyes off the creature before him, "is that we don't just adapt to being prey. We weaponize everything that ever hunted us and turn it against anything that threatens our pack." The drones settled into formation around the camp, their weapon systems humming with barely contained energy. Each one carried enough firepower to level a city block. The Shadowstalker pack began to retreat. "Smart," Marcus nodded approvingly. "Your species might actually survive contact with ours." As the creatures melted back into the purple mist, the largest one paused at the edge of visibility. For a moment, its alien intelligence met Marcus's human gaze across an evolutionary gulf of millions of years. Then it too disappeared, carrying with it a new understanding that would be passed down through its pack, its offspring, and eventually, its entire species. There were new apex predators in the galaxy now, and they traveled in ships that blotted out the stars. Back at the camp, Commander Zethka slowly lowered his weapon, his hands still trembling. "How did you know they would retreat?" Marcus holstered his sidearm and turned back toward the camp, his expression returning to its usual calm professionalism. "Because they're smart predators. Smart predators know when they've met something higher up the food chain." He paused, looking up at the stars where the Indomitable waited in orbit, one ship among thousands in humanity's ever-expanding fleet. And everything learns to fear the apex predator eventually. Dr. Vexani's scales had settled into a pattern of deep respect mixed with primal terror. "Remind me never to threaten a human's pack." Marcus chuckled, a sound somehow more unsettling than his earlier smile. "Too late for that, Doc. You're part of our pack now." As the alien sunset painted the sky in shades of violence, the research team returned to their work, protected by the knowledge that somewhere above them, humanity's war machines stood ready to hunt anything that dared threaten their own. The Mojave galaxy had many apex predators, but only one apex protector.